Trump inauguration happened yesterday, guys, and both Bitcoin and Ethereum saw major volatility. Both of them are looking extremely interesting for longs right now. In today's video, I'll give you guys my complete analysis with trading ideas included for the upcoming days on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. The first thing that I'm noticing when I'm looking at the Bitcoin chart is that we have a massive wick to the upside that we created yesterday during the inauguration of Donald Trump. Now we know that these wicks, they tend to get filled at least for 50% and quite often for 100%. So this currently is our closest draw on liquidity. I will start out by marking out that 50% wick fill level, which means that we want to trade Bitcoin back towards the upside, and thus we are looking for long positions. Now what we can also see on the 4-hourly time frame is that Bitcoin definitely has some liquidity resting beneath Monday's low right over here. Why is there liquidity resting? Due to that recent push towards the upside yesterday, we got this fake break of structure right here, and therefore many people have been opening up breakout long positions right over here for Bitcoin yesterday. Now the people that were opening up breakout long positions right over here, where are those people looking to place their stop loss? Exactly beneath the low that initiated that impulse, aka Monday's low. Now we know that there's liquidity resting right over here. So how are we going to utilize this in our advantage to trade Bitcoin back towards the upside? Now what I'm looking for is something on the 15-minute time frame, because what I'm looking for is for Bitcoin or for Ethereum, and this is where you guys need to start paying attention, is for Bitcoin or for Ethereum to take out Monday's low, in which the other pair doesn't take out Monday's low. What do I mean by that? I mean that either Bitcoin is going to get a push beneath Monday's low, in which Bitcoin is going to form a lower low, and at the same time, while Bitcoin is getting the push beneath Monday's low, I want Ethereum not to take out Monday's low. What is going to happen in that case is that we are going to form an SMT divergence, and that is exactly a signal that I want to see in order for a potential bottom on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, if Bitcoin is going to take out Monday's low and Ethereum isn't going to take out Monday's low, or the other way around, this is where I start becoming interested in potential long positions on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, what would be a trigger for me to then enter a long if Bitcoin is indeed, for example, going to take out Monday's low right over here, and we are going to sweep it, and we are indeed forming that SMT. So at the same time, Ethereum is forming a higher low, then I'm awaiting a break of structure right over here with the high that brought us to that lower low, compared to the low, they're brought us to that high, aka this low over here. Now, if we then get a push above that high, and we break structure indeed, I'll be looking to play the higher low, and I'll be targeting that 50% wick fill level, but eventually I'll be targeting liquidity that is resting above these relative equal highs that we were building up right over here. So eventually, for now, the setup would look something like this. I would play the higher low right over here, with my invalidation beneath the low that we form after taking out Monday's low, and then I'll be targeting new highs, maybe even new all-time highs right over here for the Bitcoin price. Now the second scenario that you could play this is, instead of waiting for this break of structure, you're going to wait for a little bit more of a local break of structure. So after taking out Monday's low, you await Bitcoin to form one more lower high, then one more lower low, and then a local break of structure over here. Now if this happens, in that case, you can get into an aggressive market long position with your invalidation beneath that local low, targeting that 50% wick fill level and targeting potential new all-time highs for the price of Bitcoin. Now, why can we play it a little bit more aggressive over here? Because in this case, the RR is a little bit higher. So in that case, you can just market enter as long as your RR is above 2. So the plan is very simple. I'm going to wait for Bitcoin to take out Monday's low, or for Ethereum to take out Monday's low. Then I'm going to wait a sign of strength by getting a break of structure back towards the upside. Once I get that trigger, that's where I'll be engaging with a major long position on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So for Ethereum, the plan is very similar. Ethereum on a higher time frame is looking even more interesting because we are forming a major falling wedge towards the downside, and we know that once this one breaks out, we're going to get a massive pump towards the upside. Also, Ethereum on the daily time frame, guys, is forming a major wick towards the upside right over here, as we can see. Now, what is very interesting to me is that the statistics on both Bitcoin and Ethereum on the weekly time frame are showcasing a very low probability, aka for Bitcoin an 8.4% probability, And for Ethereum, only a 12% probability. And this probability over here, this low probability, is showcasing the probability that we are going to take out the current weekly P1, aka the current Monday low, which means that if Bitcoin or Ethereum is going to actually take out Monday's low, it is a very low probability event to actually occur, which means that the other pair has an even higher probability to not take out Monday's low, because there's only a 12% chance for Ethereum to take out Monday's low and only an 8% chance for Bitcoin to take out Monday's low. Now on the other hand, there's a very high probability to see a bigger move compared to the current move that we have seen so far this week. As we can see over here, a 76.5% chance that Ethereum is going to get a bigger move compared to the current move that we have seen so far this week. And for Bitcoin, that probability is 67.3%. So also the weekly distance statistics for both Bitcoin and Ethereum are lining up very well for either one of those pairs at least to hold Monday's low and to reverse towards new higher highs this week from there. So for Ethereum, the plan is similar but slightly different. Also for Ethereum, guys, we have plenty of liquidity resting right over here beneath the lows that we formed yesterday. So there is a probability that Ethereum is going to take out those lows. Or on the other hand, there's also the probability that it's going to front run those lows, form a higher low and form that SMT before a reversal. But let's say we indeed take out that low. We are once again going to await a similar confirmation as for Bitcoin. So the first scenario is to take out those lows, get a break of structure over here, play the higher low and target new weekly highs from there. We can see that this in that case is the high to break for now. Now if we're going to play a scenario like this, the setup would look something like this with our invalidation over here, targeting new weekly highs for Ethereum, offering us an RR of anywhere in between 1.8 and 2. Scenario number 2 is that we are going to wait for a little bit more of a local break of structure. So we are going to take out that low. At the same time, Bitcoin is forming a higher low because we want that SMT divergence. If there's no SMT divergence, there's no trade. Then we wait for one more lower high to form. That will bring us to a lower low. Then we wait for a local break of structure over here. And based off that local break of structure right there, we are going to market enter a long position on Ethereum with our invalidation beneath that local low, targeting new weekly highs for Ethereum. This will offer a major RR of approximately 4.8 towards 5. But guys, there's also a third scenario that we can trade on Ethereum that I will show you guys right now. And that's a scenario where Ethereum, instead of going to form a lower low, is actually going to form a higher low. And in that case, created SMT divergent with Bitcoin. So Ethereum forming a higher low, and at the same time, Bitcoin might form a lower low. Now, if this happens, the scenarios still remain the same, because in that case, this will still become the important and significant high to break for Ethereum. So in that case, if we're going to form a higher low over here, then break of structure right over here while forming that SMT with Bitcoin, so Bitcoin at the same time is forming a lower low, we can still play the higher low on Ethereum right over here with our invalidation beneath the local low, targeting new weekly highs for Ethereum. And this, as you guys can see, still offers a beautiful RR of 2.67 and still a high probability trade.